Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Husted, and I have been delivering these higher wisdom messages since December of 2025. And it's been my privilege and my honor to walk you through what they're calling the age of Aquarius or the age of enlightenment. That is this new evolutionary shift that we're in. And this shift will take some time. And this shift is about changing your consciousness and your thoughts because our thoughts create our reality. And so it's been a really fascinating journey, at least for me, just to hear and listen to all these beautiful messages and to put them together like a puzzle piece. And really, the big takeaway from all these messages is to trust and have faith and to be in a place of love and gratitude and non-judgment. And that will catapult you into what they're calling the age of enlightenment, which we walk into who we truly are designed to be. And so I love all these messages. And this one came on February 8th, and it's called Step Out in Faith or Move Forward in Faith. And it was a beautiful message I got when I was at a conference. And I just took some time out by the pool one morning and cleared myself and got this beautiful message of hope for everyone, especially those who are concerned about what their future looks like. This message is really about walking into faith. And it's going to be about you will have peace when you step into your faith and you're knowing that you're being guided. Reach deep inside your heart, for your heart is what is going to guide you through the next phase of your life. And for the heart is going to be the journey of the soul going forward, not the mind. Let go and trust is another one of these beautiful messages. And then fear is an illusion. They keep saying these themes over and over again, but they say them in different forms, in different ways, and put it together in different constructs so that we can assimilate this energy and start to take hold of what they're trying to tell us is that we create our thoughts, we create our reality with our thoughts, words, deeds, and actions when they're aligned to our heart, truly create our reality. And they keep saying that over and over again. And this is just another way that we're going to create our reality by stepping into faith and stepping away from fear. I will go ahead and read this beautiful message. And this is from Sophia, February 8th, 2026. We are here to lead you through the greatest shift in both human consciousness and earthly form. You cannot fathom in your human mind the magnitude of the shift, for we have been saying that where we are taking humanity has never been done before. What you will find on the other side of the earthly changes is a land of peace. You will arise soon in a place of pure comfort and love. And yet you will be aware of the changes the earth has undergone. But you will see from a heavenly perspective. You will arise within your soul a desire and an excitement to move forward. For in your monthly calendar year of February 2026, there will be a choice point for humanity. Again, we say never before has such a grand shift occurred. What we want each person who hears us and hears this message is to reach deep inside your heart and ask for guidance. Ask us how, and we can help you. And we will be there for you. You see, when you ask, you shall receive, because you have been given the gift of free will, and we must have permission to assist. After you ask for guidance, let it go and trust. You will be met by us with wings like eagles, and we will soar you high above the land and provide all your needs. You say, how can this be? And we say, trust us. You say you are scared, and we say, fear is a construct of your mind. You say you do not understand, and we say the mind keeps you stuck, so limited that you create the wall, a barrier between you and your heavenly creator. Please trust us when we say these words. Your faith, your alignment to great change for all will be all you need to catapult yourself into the age of enlightenment, the age of Aquarius, where you will begin your individual journey back into remembering who you are. What a great time you're in. So for those, and we heard you loudly, who keep fixating on the earth changes, we say, please shift your focus. Yes, the earth will change, but yes, we will meet you there. Not too soon, not too late, just in time to lead you through. We ask you now to walk in faith. Do you know what faith is? It is believing in the unknown and trusting in our guidance. How could your human mind know what is ahead? You have never been here. We have been telling you all this time about living in a fairy tale, living in peace, having the gifts of your innate abilities come online. And yet you do not hear us. You want so deeply to focus on the things that you cannot understand, and you try to force a solution and an answer. We say that kind of thinking will not sustain in the new earth, in this new era that is upon you. We say, trust us and live by the heart. We say we are talking to you and all of you through your heart. So when you align to the desires of peace, love, and hope, we will meet you there. That is our promise to you. But you say, where should you live? Should you move? And we say loud and clear, have faith. Have faith that when you align your heart, we will lead the way. You say you do not understand, and we say we understand because you have been conditioned to look at life from a 3D earthly perspective, where your mind has compressed all the infinite possibilities that life can hold. We say the time is now to let go and trust. If you want to stay in your home where you are with faith that we will guide you, then stay and we will be there. If you feel the desire to move and that would give you more comfort, more peace of mind, then we say, please do that. Trust the inner guidance of your heart and we will meet you there. If you find yourself in deep fear and dread, we say that is the reality you are creating, and you will find that reality play out in your life. You see, we have been telling you all along, you create your reality with your words, deeds, thoughts, and actions aligned with your heart. That is how your heavenly creator made this earthly experience. So, moving forward, please, and we say please, go within to find your peace, your comfort, and we will meet you there. For the time is now to walk into who you are designed to be. Much peace, hope, love, and guidance we give to you, for the choice point is yours. You ask us why we even told you about the Earth Rift and the changes in human consciousness. And we say because the time is now and you must prepare to walk by faith into the greatest change in both human consciousness and earthly form. This is a message for those whose souls chose this timeline, the era of enlightenment, for this era will eventually bring 10,000 years of peace. And for this translator who has brought our words, we say thank you. We know this message has brought much fear to you, and yet now we see the peace we wish upon all of you, the peace that resides within. For this peace surpasses all human comprehension, and it will guide your soul beside still waters and calm your body, mind, and spirit. Much love, Sophia, the wisdom of ages. And so this beautiful message is about faith and walking into faith. And so often we want to have faith, and yet we fall back into fear. And we want to trust, and yet our human mind can't imagine the possibilities or how in the world can I stay where I'm at and be guided and protected. And that is what they're trying to tell us is we create our reality with our words, deeds, actions, and thoughts in alignment to our heart. So if you feel you want to stay where you're at and you want to ride out this age of enlightenment without making any drastic changes, they say align your heart to that and they will meet you there. So, but if you align yourself to fear, to worry, then you will create that reality. And I know in my own life, when I have aligned myself to fear, I can go sideways. I think of every possible situation and I get sick to my stomach and I sit there and I worry. And then with a switch of perspective and with asking for guidance, I ask for peace and I switch my perspective. I all of a sudden I have peace and nothing else in my life changed. And so this is what they're saying. They're saying they will meet you in your peace. They will meet you in your faith. And faith is walking into the unknown. And faith is not trying to compress the reality that they're telling us is upon us, this beautiful reality of infinite possibilities. It's not to compress it with our worry and our fears. It's to allow it to open up and allow infinite possibilities of how we're going to be guided. And so again, kind of think of it like leaving a job. You have this desire to go out on your own. And let's say you want to be an artist, and yet you have this job that provides you with money, stability. You have kids, you have a roof over your head, and your mind cannot fathom quitting that job and becoming the artist, but your heart wants to become the artist. And so, what they're saying in this message, if your heart aligns to faith of moving forward into the desires of what you want, and you ask for assistance, they will meet you there. But you've got to do the work. You've got to jump off and say, hey, 100%, I'm in this with faith. And they said they'll meet you there. So think of the person who leaves their job and they go to be an artist and they go and they jump into that creative passion of theirs. And somehow the universe meets them there, and somehow God provides all their needs. That's called faith. And this is what they're saying in this message. Now, if you have the decision in front of you, and either to leave your home or to leave a job, and that brings you too much stress to do that and to trust, then stay where you're at. Stay at your job, stay in the stability until you are ready, because what they're saying is you're going to create fear and you're going to create worry, and that's going to create your reality. So again, they keep saying the choice point is yours. They keep saying over again, choose fear or faith. And not one situation is better than the other. Not one road is going to lead you anywhere else than all roads lead back home, because this is an earthly school of learning. So you need to reach deep inside your heart. And if you can take that leap of faith and say, I'm going to trust, and I'm going to, for instance, I'm going to stay in my home because I feel that's where I'm called to stay, then stay there with 100% faith, and they will meet you there and they will catapult you into peace and love. Okay. And then the other one is if let's say again, you're in a home and you're like, I can't stay here. I'm too fear ridden. I'm too this, I'm too that. Then they say, move for a little bit, move for a while, or move permanently, whatever your heart is telling you. Because if you can't have the faith that you're going to be protected, then that's going to cause too much fear in your life, is what they're saying through this message. Is the choice point is yours, and they will honor whatever choice you can make, because there have been many times where I haven't been ready to take a big leap of faith. And even in this situation where they said at the end of the message, this translator had much fear. I have had much fear. I mean, I don't think I've had this much fear. I can't even remember, probably in 9 years since I wrote my book on my dark night of the soul that I had. Like, this has been a huge step of faith, a massive, massive step of faith. And there were times where I didn't know if I could make it through, and I was going to stop, and I was going to just stop this whole thing. And yet I remember what they've been saying all along. We create our reality with our words, deeds, thoughts, and actions aligned to our heart. And my heart wants to move forward. And my heart wants to be a service to humanity. And my heart wants to be brave enough to see what is on the other side of all this. Is a metaphor? Is February 18th a metaphor? I don't know. Is it just a shift in consciousness and a shift in reality? I don't know. Is it, they keep saying it's earthly form, but what does that earthly form mean? They say a rift, but what does a rift mean? They say a lot of things, but we're humans and we don't know. So I'm walking in faith that I'm doing my part. And these messages have been so profound and so deep that they are just teaching me over and over again that this is not my true home. My true home is in the heavenly realms. And I want to enjoy this thing called earth. And I want to walk in faith and not fear. But everybody has to do their own work. I had to come to a really deep place, almost losing it, to find my peace. And now I have it. And I don't want to give that away anymore. And so you guys might be doing the same thing. You might not. You might have that faith, that rock of knowing, and you've never doubted in a minute that you wouldn't be guided. But this is what they're saying: have faith. For where they are taking us is so much greater than anything we could ever imagine. And I'm looking forward to that. And if anything, if I'm just a conduit for my grandchildren and my children to have a more peaceful life, I'm all in. I've had a great life and I'm all in. And I don't need to worry about dying because they say death is an illusion. I mean, these messages have been so profound. If anything, they should bring us hope and peace that we are infinite beings created by the Father of life itself. And so I love this message. Step out in faith, move forward in faith, and you'll be guided. And trust your heart. They keep saying, trust the compass of your heart, for they are speaking to us through our heart. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.